Olam is a Hebrew name for Yahua-God found in the Bible. It means the everlasting Yahua-God, or Yahua-God of eternity. Where it appears, the name shows up in Genesis 21 verse 33, where Abraham calls on Yahua-God as Olam after making a covenant in Beersheba. Meaning breakdown. El igual a Yahua-God. Olam equals everlasting, eternal, beyond time. So together, it emphasizes that Yahua-God has no beginning and no end, exists outside of time, remains constant and unchanging. Spiritual significance. Calling Yahua-God Olam highlights his eternal nature. He was before everything and will remain forever. His faithfulness across generations. His authority over time, seasons, and history. Practical reflection. If you see Yahua-God as Olam, it means your situation is temporary. He is eternal. His promises don't expire. What he starts, he can sustain beyond your lifetime. If you want, I can connect Olam to other names of God, like El Shaddai or Jehovah-Jireh, and show how they differ. A biblical story based on Olam. As the sun dipped below the dry hills of Beersheba, casting long shadows across the land, Abraham stood beside a newly planted tamarisk tree. The air was still, yet his heart was full, heavy with memory, but anchored in something deeper than time. Years had passed since he first heard the voice of God calling him out of his father's house. He had walked through uncertainty, famine, fear, and promise. He had seen impossible things, an old man becoming a father, a barren woman laughing with joy, and a covenant sealed not by human strength, but by divine faithfulness. Now, after making peace with Abimelech over a well of water, Abraham looked over the land that had once been foreign to him. This place, once unknown, had become part of his journey with God. He lifted his eyes to the heavens, where the first stars began to appear, countless, silent witnesses to the promise spoken years before. "Lord," Abraham whispered, "you were with me when I knew nothing. You guided me when I could not see. You remained when everything else changed." The wind stirred gently, as if creation itself leaned in to listen. Abraham raised his voice and called upon Olam. "O everlasting God," he said, "you are not bound by my years or my understanding. Before I was, you are. After I am gone, you remain. Your promises stretch beyond my lifetime, and your faithfulness reaches into generations I will never see." At that